Hi, I'm Bernardo Arnaud. I'm the co-founder and CTO of OSeuGestor, the Fintech from Ipanema. We developed and provide the most affordable business finance manager ERP platform to Brazilian small and medium enterprises, and we are always evolving our product, adapting to the unserviced demand of retailers and wholesalers in general, be it online or offline. We are on the mission of expanding financial inclusion and open banking in Brazil in order to provide a greater variety of financial services to local companies through our platform. We took on the task of coordinate the uncoordinated in the financial industry and the offline and online retail and wholesale, and we created standards through our agnostic platform that gives any financial institution and financial services provider the opportunity to interact in a secure and fast way with the users of OSeuGestor. That is the name of our business finance manager in Portuguese, meaning literally your manager, and through which we make cash flow management and financial services more accessible to more than 1,000 Brazilian entrepreneurs and establishments like restaurants, supermarkets, distribution centers, and clothing shops. Most of the ERPs in Brazil today use accountants as resellers and as consultants. They create systems to facilitate the accountants' jobs, but not to necessarily facilitate the lives of Brazilian entrepreneurs and company directors. They use this framework to multiply sales faster and to keep an attraction into more investments or for more investments, but not necessarily solving a pressing problem for the Brazilian entrepreneur, which is having a one-stop shop where a company owner can just log in and access easier, cheaper, faster, and more secure financial services like credit card cash advancement, invoice factoring, and opening accounts in major local banks from the comfort of their desk or mobile phones. So here is our situation. Brazilian fintechs are not really addressing or solving the issues that local entrepreneurs and business have every day. Most of them are just serving as a sales channel for a big financial corporation and do not really innovate beyond their user interfaces and dashboards. We need to address those issues and bring real and useful fintech innovation to the Brazilian market with real open banking, cybersecurity design apps, and sustainability in mind, so that local companies could start using a business finance manager / ERP that could help them manage their companies rather than creating more work for them. But what is really open banking and how it can drive small and medium enterprises financial inclusion? Open banking is the practice of sharing financial information electronically, securely, and under conditions that customers approve of, according to author Justin Pritchard. Application programming interfaces or APIs allow third-party providers or TPPs to access financial information efficiently, which promotes the development of new apps and services. Ideally, open banking should result in a better experience for consumers. Open banking can drive SMEs' financial inclusion, but it must be open, not closed banking. That means new players must be given equal opportunities as long as they are in compliance with regulation and technology. The amount of time and money wasted by most SMEs in receivables and payables compilation and consolidation is absurd. Many companies today still have to scan bank statements and enter values into spreadsheets or systems that are often incompatible with one another. It is clear that an ambitious project like deploying an open banking BFM / ERP in a major market such as Brazil demands a higher degree of compliance and technology development. The platform must have the functionality of a services hub in order to integrate with local financial institutions and other fintechs, besides serving of central point for the companies to monitor and adjust their financial life in one screen that has all their sensitive cash flow information aggregated. With business today being more customer-centric than ever, be it offline or online, there is a need for a solution that integrates the shop or any other business to the ecosystem of financial institutions and fintechs in a way that the company manager and or the owner can have an immediate feeling of how his business is operating, how well or badly his team is doing. An unifying platform that aggregates all important services for this entrepreneur and makes it in a secure and easy way, giving him plenty of choice where to run his finances and how to do it too. An additional important point is our strategy at OSeuGestor is to enable standards that preserve privacy and security in the whole data management lifecycle by design. And this is paramount to be included as a target of constant add-ons to the software, with the intention of protecting the user's choice and data. From day one that we chose to make our platform, the entrepreneur was in our mind, as we are entrepreneurs as well, and we traced the main challenges we face as such in the financial, sales, warehouse, and invoicing management, with focus on the small and medium business owners, be it in retail or e-commerce, farming or manufacturing. To advance the level of financial inclusion of SMEs in Brazil, OSeuGestor encourages business owners and managers to have a cockpit vision of their operations every day on our summary dashboard, where entrepreneurs have access to cash flow metrics and real-time revenue and expenses conciliation. From there, they can go to their sales control tab and see if the commercial activity is going well or if they need to activate more marketing initiatives to compensate lack of sales. Then there is the warehouse and logistics control, the invoicing control, and the reports that can be extracted to accountants and to the company's team. An important factor that we are putting together now, together with our partner StarkSat, a company specializing in farm and crop monitoring, is the access for banks, insurance companies, and investment funds of how much carbon footprint that crop production property is either throwing to the atmosphere or taking from the atmosphere, aggregating more value and sustainability metrics to the fintech of the green hand. From sustainability to security, the hierarchical user access layered permission, or HUALP, is a security feature using the zero trust concept. Zero trust is a security concept that requires all users, even those inside the organization's enterprise network, to be authenticated, authorized, and continuously validating security configuration and posture before being granted or keeping access to application and data. So talking about financial inclusion for SMEs and not enabling it through more affordable services that have financial education and choice at their core is just repeating buzzwords without any meaning. Nobody can talk about financial inclusion when they are charging SMEs a significant monthly subscription that is nonsense. Fintechs like OSeuGestor are focusing on always improving their offer to the users in a way that there is less friction and less headaches to the companies and to the financial institutions. Today, the reality is that banks can access the data generated by transactions of any company linked to a truly open banking-based app when the company user gives them the authorization to do so. Seeing the sales and financial performance of that company in real time is a much better data origination source than for the credit engines of the banks and lenders than just trusting third-party data points and information that are expensive. This reduces the credit offering cost and the risk to the banks and to the SMEs. If all the fintechs in a vibrant and dynamic market like Brazil could focus on real innovation and financial inclusion, the 5 core principles of data sharing should be respected and endorsed by all them, like they are at OSeuGestor, and those principles being control, access, transparency, traceability, and security. It is our vision that a common interoperable standard will inform the product offerings of financial institutions and technology service providers and offer economies of scale so that even the smallest and more vulnerable company will be able to experience the same or better financial control and offerings that are available to larger corporations by a fair cost. All that together we hope and we expect will help securely advancing open banking and financial inclusion for small and medium enterprises in Brazil. Thank you for having me.